And so I'd love to hear from your perspective, what makes attending an HBCU law school, especially one with Howard's legacy, such a powerful experience?
I definitely would say the legacy piece. I mean, I think that, one of my former SBA presidents, he was giving a speech and he said something like, think about where you're sitting and think about the fact that you're walking halls and sitting in spaces where people have basically transformed education and civil rights. And, those are the lawyers that have come from this particular institution. And so I remember coming back here for my actual interview for this job. And I had been here multiple times for pre-law programs and things like that. And I just happened to be walking down one of the halls near the dean's suite. And I just had this moment of like, I don't know if people understand how impactful it is to just be in this space and to understand that this law school came about when people that looked like me were still enslaved, and that, my sorority wasn't even founded yet when this law school started. And to think about, so to see the photos from the late 1800s with the graduating classes. So the legacy definitely is a piece of it. I would also say the alumni network. Like, I have loved every school I've worked for and loved my alumni at every single school. I have to say, as soon as I got here, I was blown away by the level of love that the Hustle alumni have for their institution and for each other and the faculty. I was here it wasn't even 2 months, and I was at a conference, and I started meeting some other Hustle alumni, and all of them were super excited to figure out which faculty members might have been in attendance and asking about them and how they were doing. And that, so the level of engagement, but also their willingness to help one another. I have my colleague and my predecessor linked me up with one of the classes right away. And since then, I can tell you that without a doubt, like, anytime I need volunteers, they rise to the occasion. And so the level of love they have for their institution is just really, really fun to witness and experience. But also, like, you can't go anywhere and not run into Hustle alumni. Like, I used to joke with my predecessor, like, we would all, out recruiting and we would go to dinner or something as a group, and it'd be like 10 or 15 of us. And we're like, where is he? And he'd be over there talking to folks, and we're like, is that another Hustle alumni person? And he'd say, yes, kind of thing. And so but that's been fun for me being in this role, because everywhere I go, I meet someone who has some connection or affiliation. And so I think that helps our students a lot because their level of engagement in terms of being mentors, but also for internship and job opportunities makes a huge difference. And I think it just helps people not be so isolated. And then to have that